And welcome back, guys. My name's Xavier, bringing you guys another video today. Today I will be telling you guys the time that I backed over a stop sign or ran over a stop sign, whatever I titled this video. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Make sure to smack that like button if you guys do, and subscribe if you guys haven't yet, and let's hop right into it. So this actually took place around a year and a half ago, maybe around a year ago. It was probably a little closer than June than I think, but it was when I first got my permit. Now, if you guys don't know, in the state of Kentucky, you get your permit before you can get your license. I think that's how it is everywhere. I'm not 100% sure. I think there's like a few places that you don't even get a permit. You can go straight into getting your license if you pass a driving test. And I think that's like maybe Hawaii or some shit like that. But in the state of Kentucky, you actually have to pass a written test to be able to drive and start out. So pretty much the first time I fucking failed the test. That shows how much I knew about driving going into it. And the second time I passed, thank the Lord, I was going to be so pissed I failed back to back. I got 100% the second time too. And the first time, you were only allowed to miss 9 or 8. You're only allowed to miss 8, and I missed 9. And yeah, it was a pretty fucked situation for myself. Had to take the elevator of shame. There's a full video on this if you guys want to go check it out. I'll put it in the link in the description somewhere. But you know, when I first started driving, I was pretty fucking shit. I will admit it. Like, my mom tried to teach me how to drive in a cemetery because her thought process was, if I take him to a cemetery where a lot of people die in car crashes and get buried here, maybe he will never try to get into a car accident or try to do something stupid to get into one. So she took me there. She told me that I would end up there if I ever try to text and drive, drink and drive, or do some dumb shit while driving. So she was just trying to, you know, teach me that I shouldn't do all that dumb shit like a lot of kids do when they start driving. And so I was trying to drive through the cemetery, and this is the first day I should have known that driving wasn't my thing. When I slammed on the brakes, jerked both of us, and we both went up out of our seat, even with the seatbelts on. It was fucking awful. Like, I was just an awful driver. And at the time, I was driving a smaller car too, which I'm awful at driving small cars. Like, I can't drive anything real small, even though it's really easy. I just suck at it. Like, it's just not big enough for me. I'm 6'4", so if that tells you anything about me, it's, you know, it's fucking hard, all right? So pretty much for the first month and a half, I drove in a fucking cemetery in a parking lot up at my local high school, and pretty much it was just, you know, me trying to learn. I was learning everything, learning how to do everything, and one day my mom felt pretty safe to let me out on the road. And when I first went out on the road, I wasn't really good yet, but I was still, you know, I was getting there. I was like really close to being a better driver than I was a month ago. Actually, I was probably like way better than I'm saying right there. Like, I was probably like 10 times better, but I could have been way better if, you know, if I went out and drove more, because at the time I also didn't drive a lot because she was very, very cautious about ever letting me get behind the wheel of any family vehicle. So pretty much she would never let me drive. Well, one day she's like, hey, I feel good about you driving on the road. We're going to drive to your friend's house, because I had plans that day with my friends. So me and my friends were all going to hang out, and we're going to be at one of my friends' house, which he lived probably about 2 miles away, 3 miles away, something like that. He lived not that really far from me, and so I just took off driving. But beforehand, he told me not to be at his house till like 3:30, because we were going to go see a movie at like 5:30, and we were just going to hang out a little bit before, but he wasn't home. So I was like, all right, how about I learn some more stuff on how to drive? She was like, all right, I'll teach you some stuff. So she took me through a neighborhood, and I was pretty much just learning how to drive. I was doing everything all right. Like, I was coming to complete stops at a stop sign, not rolling through them like most people do. And I was doing everything pretty well, if you ask me. Well, it got time to come over to my friend's house. So I'm driving over to his house, and I'm getting very, very anxious. You know, I know what it is with me. I get anxious like really, really easily, and it's kind of weird. So I'm driving over to my friend's house, and we're almost there, and I see him pass me going right on his golf cart. So I'm like, oh fuck, there he just went. So I started to go that way, and then he passed me again going back to his house, which his house was on the left of the stop sign. So I was like, fuck, what do I do? What do I do? My mom says, do a turnabout. Now, at the time, I was pretty nervous about even going in reverse ever, even in my own driveway. Doing a turnabout was pretty big for me, so I was like, all right, we're going to do this. And this is in the family van, by the way. So I'm doing my turnabout, and I cut my wheels too hard at the start, which you don't want to do when you first do a turnabout. You kind of want to wait. So I cut my wheels really, really sharp at the start, and pretty much I went up this little ramp, and I didn't even feel that I hit the curb, because it's like a fucking ramp that I went up on this little sidewalk, and I hit a fucking stop sign. And my mom's like, oh shit, she starts cussing at me and everything, and I'm getting so nervous, and I'm just like, oh my god, I can't believe I just did that. And I'm like getting upset and everything, and I'm like, oh fuck, I can't believe I just did that. And she's like, I can't believe you did it either, get out of the driver's seat. So when I started to get out of the driver's seat, I didn't put it in park. I still had it in reverse, so it kept backing over the fucking stop sign, and it was just a fucking disaster. And my friends didn't even know about it because they were already back at his house. So my mom pretty much made me get out, put it in park, and this guy that she was friends with was actually passing us at the time. He saw me do it, was laughing, and he was like, "Is everybody okay?" And pretty much I didn't do any damage to our family van, but fuck, I fucked up that stop sign. It was pretty much like, maybe like a 30-degree angle from the ground. So it was pretty fucked up, all right? I fucked up the stop sign pretty bad. So pretty much I had to call in and get the stop sign fixed, and it was all good from there. If you guys haven't seen 13 Reasons Why, if you don't fix a stop sign, that shit really happens. And you know what? I did that and saw that in the TV show. I was like, I'm a fucking champ. I saved lives out here for putting that stop sign back up, even though I don't even think they put it up for a few days. But hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys have, make sure to smack that like button. Comment down below if you guys had any bad driving experiences at the start like I did. Like I said, I was awful at driving at the start. I was like fucking awful. I was probably one of the worst drivers that my mom's ever tried to teach out of me and my sister and whoever else that she had to teach at the time. I think she's taught a few students how to drive too. But yeah, it was a pretty bad driving experience. But hopefully you guys enjoy. Make sure to smack that like button if you guys do. Comment down below if you guys have any stories or want to, you know, comment about my driving at the time. Like I said, I'm a pretty good driver now. So yeah. All right, well, I'm going to be signing out for today. My name is Avy. Peace.